What's up, African Fight Fam? It's your boy JB back again with another video. I'm just gonna go straight right into it. So I was watching Kamaru Usman on the Joe Rogan podcast, and this is his third appearance, by the way. And he was talking about a lot of things, but one thing caught my mind, and I feel like I am in the best spot or the best position to talk about this. So Kamaru Usman mentioned if he fights Leon Edwards in the UK, that is the trilogy of his fight with Leon, that he would or he might get more fans in attendance because of the huge number of Nigerians here. And it got me thinking, and I'm gonna tell you guys what I think about it. But before I do that, I'm just gonna show you what exactly Kamaru Usman said, because I have it up here, and I hope YouTube be nice. Please don't block this. Let's get into it together with you guys today.
Now for me to get excited about. Before it was now you got to make up things. Oh, you fight in Salt Lake City against Leon Edwards. You've already fought and you beat. Okay, how to get excited for it. Now this one's exciting. There's a lot at stake now. Now you're fighting for the belt. Now you're in their country, which honestly, I think I'm gonna have more fans in this country than he will. I mean, and that's no knock. That's no knock on Leon. You know, I like Leon. I really do. It's half of England is Africa. You know, and there's a lot of Nigerians in England. A lot of Nigerians. And he knows that. A lot of Nigerians, a lot of Jamaicans, but I think I will be well represented in England.
Yeah. Well, as you know, Joe Rogan is is a very good interviewer. Probably one of the best in the world. He's got he's gonna jump in here and ask him, "Do you think that there are more Nigerians than Jamaicans in here?" Just wait for it.
Do you think there's more Nigerians than there are Jamaicans?
I don't know, but I would think so. I would think there's more West Africans than there are, which Jamaicans are West Africans.
Yeah.
You know, I would
But
think,
also he lives there.
yeah.
And he's the first champion that really trained his
honestly,
entire career there.
True, but I don't.
Okay. We've heard enough for now. We'll get back into this, but I'm just gonna talk to you guys about this. So, I am Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria. And I grew up in Nigeria, right? I am currently in England, right? That's two. I am an MMA fan in England as a Nigerian. That's three. And I am a fan of Kamaru Usman. More of a Kamaru Usman fan than I am of Leon Edwards, obviously, for reasons that you probably have figured out already. Quite all right. The Kamaru Usman was accurate about the fact that there are loads of Nigerians here. There are loads of West Africans here. I'm pretty sure 2 out of 5 Africans that you would walk into would likely be a Nigerian. Maybe that's a bit too much. Maybe 1 out of 4 Africans you run into are Nigerians. That's for sure. But then the MMA community out here is not really African heavy. I give you an example. So like this year, the UFC came into the UK twice, which they haven't done in a while. And one of the reasons why was the first event was such a huge success. There were crazy fans that could sing and do all the stuff, mostly the guys from Liverpool. But this is not something I like talking about, basically. But most of the fans that you saw on TV, mostly the Paddy the Baddy fans, those guys out there having fun, singing their songs, are not really Africans. So now, when the UFC came, twice this year. In both occasions I attempted to get tickets to go to London at the O2, but I could not get a ticket because those things they sell real quick. They sell faster than a whiskey ticket. Whiskey, African pop culture reference. If you don't get it, forget about it. Because people are queuing to buy those tickets like crazy online. If UFC decides to do the trilogy, if it's not a stadium event, I don't think we Nigerians will have a heavy representation in the arena. But if it's the stadium, then well, yeah, we could we could buy tickets because at that point we would be able to get tickets to the event. One thing about Nigerians, myself, we are patriotic. We are patriotic about everything, even things that we don't understand. One of the examples, there was a girl, 100 meters wall hurdles world record holder, a Nigerian girl. When there was the Commonwealth Games here a couple of months ago, I think just a month ago, the stadium was packed in Birmingham with Nigerians just to see her run. And These guys don't give a flying F about the sport. They just want to go cheer a Nigerian. Same would happen to Kamaru Usman if it's a stadium event. But if it's an arena event, I don't think we would see that. Leon Edwards does not have the body type of fan base here. He does have the MMA casuals here would support him if they are there, but they wouldn't be there because of him. Unless maybe now, maybe things will change, obviously, because he's a champ now. But they would go to see Darren Till. They would go to see Paddy the Baddy. They would go to see Molly Meatball Molly. That's my 2 cents about this. So let's get back into the video, guys.
I don't think he's been getting the love that he should have been getting.
Well,
I don't see it.
yeah, there was that
now
problem with the 2 years where during the pandemic. And
Yeah, so they're talking about Leon Edwards not getting the love that he deserves out here in the UK.
Even now, after winning the
fights
title,
canceled. You don't think he's getting the love now?
He won the title and got to the airport. I think there's maybe, I was told maybe 20 people there.
Really?
He should have had a parade.
I would have thought there would have been a bigger reception.
That's true. That's true. There was a few people in the airport waiting for him. Remember when Jan Blachowicz went back to his country, Poland? Remember how crazy that was? Yeah, the reception wasn't that huge, but there was a bit of a pop. And Leon was at the Clash of the Castle at a WWE event here in Wales. And when the camera panned towards him, there was a loud ovation for him. So I think the fans are kind of getting it. I think when they saw his picture, like, that looks familiar, and then he raises the title, like, oh yeah, the UFC guy, the UFC guy. I think that's what happened. But yeah, he is. I think BT Sports are kind of pushing Leon because obviously for these reasons. But let's get back into the video.
Exactly.
Especially the way he won.
Exactly. I would have thought that too. But it was like 20 people there, his family.
Really?
Yeah, I would have thought he had you have a parade. They have to shut down the airport. It should be Leon Edwards Day.
It should be.
You just got the title from Kamaru Usman. It should be Leon Edwards Day.
Yeah.
So, more, I hope he does get it, but, to do something to do what he's done.
Well, I kind of agree. It should be Leon Edwards Day. Again, Leon isn't the most popular, most likely because, not really most likely, but certainly because he's not really the braggadocious type of guy. He's not really loud. The first time we saw emotions from Leon was when he actually won the title, when he was like, look, you know, those little lines were really good. He could print that on a t-shirt. But he imagine Paddy the Baddy winning the title and coming back into the UK. What would Heathrow look like? Well, anyways, let's get back into it.
He just did to come from where he's come from and stay in England and
yeah.
And I don't care how he did it. He did it.
Yeah.
I would, that's kudos to him and what he stands for, that victory, because he's intertwined with the inner city and helping kids and, stay out of the gang life and things of that nature. So it's commendable. And I'm glad for him for what that, being able to achieve that, but in my head, it's not like I feel like I'm a loser. No, I know I'm the best in the world. And when given that opportunity again, I will.
All right, I think we've heard enough. I'm starting to get bored myself. Yeah. So, yeah. It was really a good listen, Kamaru Usman on the Joe Rogan podcast, the third time. We got to understand where Usman's mind is at after taking the loss. We understand that nothing else makes sense right now if not the Trilogy fight. UFC is all booked up till December, till January actually next year. So most likely in the UK. But honestly, the UFC does not they do not like doing stadium shows. They do stadium shows maybe once a year or maybe once every 2 years. But Dana White has said it a couple of times. He loves arenas because of the atmosphere that it brings. It becomes loud. The fans are close to the octagon. This gets back to what I'm saying about if we Nigerians we Africans get to attend that show, then it would have to be a stadium event so we can actually get tickets. Okay? Because UFC can just put up put tickets out without even mentioning the main event right now. At this point, they are that popular. UFC are so popular that they could sell out the O2 Arena in 10 minutes without even telling anybody who's going to fight. They could actually do an event of guess who the main event is, or maybe it'll be like a wrestling event, a WWE thing. We wouldn't know who the main event is until it actually starts. They could actually do that and still sell out because it's the UFC. They're that big, and UK fans actually love the UFC. And when I say UK fans, the party the body type of fans. So, um, stadium event, we would be there. And again, at this point, I don't care. No matter if they are doing it in a bingo hall, if they are doing it in a bar, if they are doing it in an arena, wherever they are doing it, I am getting tickets and I'll be there. I will be there. And I'll probably get to interview Kamaru. I'm joking. Well, we'll never know. We can tell. But anyways, that's my thought about this, guys. What do you think? Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman trilogy. How do you think this is gonna go? Make sure you do all the good things for us, the African fighters, and we out. Boom.
Come on, Africans!